Good luck. Good morning, everyone. Tigasugitsi. Welcome to the virtual National Inuit Student Gathering. I'm Natan Obed, the president of Inuit Tapiriit Kanatami, and I'm so pleased to be able to be here with you all virtually and to kick off what hopefully will be a really interesting, exciting couple of days that brings together current, former, and aspiring Inuit post-secondary students across Inuit Nunangat and across Canada. We are really excited to host a space where people can talk together about experiences, talk about opportunities, and also just to share an excitement in learning. In the past 5 years, since I've been ITK president, we've had tremendous opportunities to advance post-secondary policy, and also we're able to secure Inuit-specific post-secondary funding. We've been able to work across Inuit Nunangat and across Inuit leadership to ensure that there are additional funds and supports for Inuit post-secondary students. And we're really happy to see that the Inuit post-secondary education strategy is being implemented and new funding opportunities are available. I recognize that in the last year, it must have been so difficult for those of you who are in post-secondary to navigate through the COVID reality. And again, any aspiring post-secondary students looking to go to school for the first time and having to do that virtually or having to isolate or quarantine, there's just a tremendous amount of pressures. Also, the impacts on student jobs in the summer, on the social environment that you go into when you go into a new post-secondary environment. Just flagging all of those things to say that if you've persevered, and I admire your perseverance, those of you who are well on your way to a post-secondary degree and have had to change course in many cases to accommodate for COVID realities, I just say hang in there, keep going, and it is worth it in the end. I know for me, I went to Tufts University in Medford, Massachusetts, which is right outside of Boston. The overarching reason for going to that particular school was because I played junior hockey, and Tufts wanted me to play hockey there. But at the same time, I went to the best possible academic school that I could, with the ability to get in based on schools wanting me because of my athletics or my hockey. Once I got there, I took the most of the opportunity I possibly could. I was a double major in English and Indigenous Studies, and the work that I did in the Indigenous Studies major in my senior honors thesis really then catapulted me into working for Inuit organizations. So my career really took hold while I was doing my studies, and I found my passion. And I think that that's really important for all of us to understand, that we can find our passions in academics, but then also we learn so much more than just the field of study that we end up focusing on. I use the skill sets that I gained during my 4 years of post-secondary every day in my work: problem solving, researching, writing, understanding a global environment, and getting along with different types of people, being out of a comfort zone. These are all things that happen when you engage yourself in an academic environment, especially when you pursue something to the best of your abilities. And really, that's the other thing, is that post-secondary can bring out things in you that you didn't know that you had when it comes to how you can learn, how you come to new knowledge, and then how you can share that new knowledge through reports or through a new job, or whether it's even just talking with your friends about the way the world works, whether you go into science or political science or education or any number of different fields. The ability to live a well-rounded life and to have an understanding of the world around you and how to get new information and knowledge, that is, I think, a huge byproduct of going through this particular exercise. So I wouldn't have traded those 4 years for anything. They were hugely challenging at times, and at times I did want to give up. But I'm so glad that I stuck with it and that I got through. And not only did I learn things and have an appreciation for English literature or poetry or the land claims movement, but I also have friends that I met during post-secondary that continue to be my friends, professors that supported me along the way who now are seeing me in a different light and but also can't help but always think of me as their student and somebody that they helped when I needed an extension in my research project. So I know that the next couple of days is going to be filled with these kinds of conversations, and it's not just about reflection and putting kind of a nice glow on post-secondary. I know there are tons of challenges that people face, barriers to going to school, funding considerations for people who are trying to complete degrees, access in the time of COVID, and then just also the systemic racism that exists within the education system and the challenges that Inuit have to overcome to pursue and undertake and complete post-secondary studies as Inuit. And none of those barriers or considerations can be glossed over. So another thing that we are hoping to do at ITK is lead the charge towards an Inuit Nunangat University. And perhaps many of you in this particular venue will be major players in the thinking and the realization of this dream, because we are still at the very beginning. And it's going to take visionaries and leaders and people who dedicate portions of their professional lives to realizing this shared dream. So I put that as a flag as well, that we always are looking for ways in which to make this dream a reality. And we have a dedicated working group at ITK that is focused on this particular task. But at the same time, it's going to take each and every one of us who cares about Inuit post-secondary to imagine a way that is Inuit self-determined and that can happen in Inuit Nunangat in a way that just hasn't happened before. I look forward to hearing about how this all transpires. Really good luck to everyone in your conversations. I can't wait to hear the richness of what comes forward. And now I'd like to pass the floor to Pitsulak Pfeiffer for the next segment of the event. Nakomik.